A soundtrack to describe this process in the state, it would sound a lot like Despacito. It's going very slowly, but authorities here say they're aiming for accuracy, not speed. Anthony?
Accuracy is key, Enrique. Thank you very much. Senator McConnell just weighed in on the vote count. On Twitter, he writes, quote, "Here's how this must work in our great country. Every legal vote should be counted. Any illegally submitted ballots must not. All sides must get to observe the process, and the courts are here to apply the laws and resolve disputes. That's how Americans' votes decide the results." And we are joined now by Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford. Attorney General Ford, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. As you just heard Enrique say, there are allegations by the Trump campaign. They filed a lawsuit claiming that some 3,000 improper ballots were filed. Have you seen any evidence of voter fraud in your state?
We have not, and nor has our Republican Secretary of State, Barbara Sagafsky, nor have our 17 county registrars. And in fact, this 6-page complaint that they filed late last night is, in a word, garbage. When you take a look at the list that they presented, and they never presented me the list, by the way. If you take a look at the list of folks on that name, one of the first things that pops out is that there are a lot of military addresses on that list. What their cover letter says is that it appears as though these people may have improperly cast mail-in ballots. That's pure speculation, and is evidenced by the fact that the list itself has military people on it. It just goes to show the last-ditch efforts that these guys are going to go through to try to derail this election campaign.
Yeah, as we just heard James Corden making some jokes about the vote counting in Las Vegas, referring to the fact that the casinos,
right.
referring to the fact that the casinos are all open all night. So why can't the vote counting be? I know we want accuracy, but the vote counting does appear to be going slowly. Why so slowly?
Well, it's going slowly because this is a new endeavor for us, to be sure. Our legislature, in its infinite wisdom, decided to have all active voters receive mail-in ballots this year so that they could exercise their constitutional franchise to vote free from COVID. And most folks took advantage of that. And so it's taken time to receive and process these mail-in ballots, which has built-in redundancies to prevent fraud. We have signature verification. We have unique barcodes, and we have other redundancies to ensure that we don't have people who are voting twice or otherwise. And so that's why it's taken longer. And people are not sleeping. I'm not sleeping, I can tell you that. And what we're trying to do is to ensure that we have accurate results that are laid out based on the voices that have been raised through this election cycle.
Do you have a sense when you might have a final count?
Well, what I do know is that there's a November 12th deadline by which Joe Gloria has indicated, obviously, he's going to meet. That's a local county registrar, but all of our state registrars have to meet that deadline. I wouldn't be surprised if it's met before that, but that's not my lane, so to speak. I do know that we're going to be getting results in today as well, and we will have a better picture of what the results look like at sometime around 9 or 10 o'clock today.
How significant in terms of number of votes do you expect that to be?
Well, at a minimum of 51,000, not 51, 51,000 is what I recall someone saying on yesterday. But again, that's more in the province of our Secretary of State, our Chief Elections Officer, and the local registrars to talk about that. 90% of these votes that are being tallied are coming out of Clark County, which is where Las Vegas is located, which is about 2/3 of the state's population in any event. And so, that's what we're going to be seeing tallied and coming out today at 9 and at 10 or 10 o'clock this morning.
All right. Attorney General Ford, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you get some sleep. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I wish that for all of us. Democratic Senator, that's Amy Klobuchar, will talk with us a little bit later on about the presidential race and her party apparently falling short, way short, in its bid to control the